Good morning, cadets. Today we are going to take up a question paper of UPSC GAT examination, and we are going to discuss English questions. So there are totally 50 questions on English subject in GAT question paper. So let us discuss questions on English in GAT examination. The first question in part A, which deals with English section, is on spotting errors. In this section, a number of sentences are given. The sentences are underlined in 3 separate parts, and each one is labeled A, B, C. Read each sentence to find out whether there is an error in any underlined part. So what you have to do, you have to find an error in any of these underlined parts. No sentence has more than one error. When you find an error in any one of the underlined parts, A, B or C, indicate your response on the answer sheet at the appropriate space. You may feel that there is no error in a sentence. In that case, letter D will signify a no error response. Okay, now let us discuss the first question which is there here. Unless you stop to make noise at once, I will have no option but to bring the matter to the attention of the police. No error. So here you see the first part, that is A. It's labeled as A. Unless you stop to make noise at once. Second part, it's labeled as B. I will have no option but to. And the third part is C. That's a bring the matter to the attention of the police. And you have to find whether there is an error in any of these parts. So you have to find an error in any of these parts, A, B or C. So here in this particular question, where is the error? Just think over it and you will find that the error is in A part, right? Because you see here, I will have no option but to bring the matter to the attention of the police. Nothing wrong with it. And let's see the first part here, which is labeled as A. Unless you stop to make noise at once. Unless. What does it mean, unless? It will be used in negative connotation, if not. So that is the meaning of unless. Now here, unless you stop, after that what should be the form of the verb? What is given here? Infinitive is given here. To make. But actually when you use the verbs like stop running, stop doing this or that, we use that word. And remember what comes after the verb like stop or start. Start doing your work. So we are using ing form. And therefore here you have to use gerund. You have to use ing form. Unless you stop making noise. Unless you stop making noise. I hope it's clear to you. Whenever we use verbs like stop, start, avoid making noise, we use ing forms. I hope it's clear to you now. So that's why there is an error in the part A. Let's move on to the second now. He couldn't but help shed tears at the plight of the villagers rendered homeless by a devastating cyclone. Now here, shed tears at the plight of the villagers rendered homeless by a devastating cyclone. Where is the error? Yes. The error is in A part. He couldn't but help Shed tears at the plight of the villagers. Okay, help is a verb. Shed, that is also a verb. Now here you see, but is a conjunction. And this conjunction you can use it to join words or clauses or sentences. But what has happened here? He couldn't, could is what? It's a modal auxiliary. And along with that, what will come? Main verb will be there. He couldn't help but shed tears. So where is the error? Error is in A part. He couldn't help but shed tears at the plight of the villagers. So but should come after help. But should come after help. So therefore, what is right? Here, the answer is in A part. So right sentence will be, he couldn't help but shed tears at the plight of the villagers rendered homeless by a devastating cyclone. So we'll move on to the third one now. Since it was his first election campaign, the candidate was confused. None could clearly understand either the principles he stood for or the benefits he promised. No error. Now, since it was his first election campaign, now you see here the first clause. Which tense is used there? The candidate was confused. None could clearly understand either the principles he stood for or the benefits he promised. Just think over it. Now here, since it was his first election campaign, and remember here, the benefits, the principles he stood for, he continues to stand for those principles. There is no problem. So simple past is used. But the benefits, see here, there is earlier past. The benefits he had promised. So there is an error in C part. The benefits he had promised. So what is the answer? Answer is C. I hope it's quite clear to you. Since it was his first election campaign, the candidate was confused. None could clearly understand either the principles he stood for or the benefits he had promised. So error is in C and answer is C. Let's move on to the next one now. Fourth one. It is an established fact that the transcendental American poets and philosophers who lived in the latter half of the 19th century were more influenced by Indian philosophy, in particular by Upanishadic philosophy. Now, in particular by, so what should come there? Just think over that. Where is the error? Here, particularly by. They were more influenced by Indian philosophy, particularly by Upanishadic philosophy. Yes, I hope it's clear to you. And actually, who lived in the latter half of the 19th century. So it should have been, yes, okay, later half of the 19th century. Let's move on to the next question, question number 5. So question number 5. No sooner did I open the door when the rain, heavy and stormy, rushed in, making us shiver from head to foot. Now remember here, no sooner did I open the door. Is it correct? No sooner. After that, we are using, yes, helping verb, did. Yes, it is correct. No sooner did. So no sooner did I open. It's correct. There is inversion here. No sooner did I open the door. So there is nothing wrong with that. But whenever we use no sooner, so what will there next? In the next clause, we have to make use of than. THAN, no sooner than. Remember, whenever we use no sooner, what it will follow in next clause, it will be than, THAN. So scarcely when, hardly when, but no sooner than, THAN. So no sooner did I open the door Then the rain, heavy and stormy, rushed in, making a shiver from head to foot. Okay, so I hope it's understood. So the error is in B part. And in place of when, we have to use than. Okay, let's move on to the next question. Question number 6. After opening the door, we entered into the room next to the kitchen. After opening the door, we entered into the room next to the kitchen. After opening the door, no, it's a phrase, so there is no problem. After opening the door, we entered into the room. See, whether the preposition should be used after entered, that is a question. We entered the room. We always say, no, we entered the room. There is no need of into. So when there is no need of into, that is what is used here. And we say we entered the room. There is no need of any preposition there. So we entered the room. So the error is in B part. Let's move on to question number 7. When the dentist came in, my tooth was stopped aching out of fear that I might lose my tooth. Now here, just think, my tooth was stopped aching. You know, it sounds as if there is some error in that. And absolutely right, there is error in this part only. Because when the dentist came in, it's correct, absolutely correct. He came inside the house. He came in. Out of fear that I might lose my tooth. There is nothing wrong with this. My toothache stopped. We can say, my toothache stopped. My toothache stopped. Not that my tooth was stopped aching. It's, very awkward sentence. So therefore, or clause, we can say it's awkward clause. So my toothache stopped. When the dentist came in, my toothache stopped out of fear that I might lose my tooth. Okay, we'll move on to the next question. Question number 8. Emphasis on equality of life ensures for the health and happiness of every individual. See here, many of these questions are coming where we have to know the preposition that should be used with those verbs. And it is also similar kind of question here. Emphasis on equality of life ensures. See, emphasis. So the subject is emphasis. So ensures, it's correct. So emphasis on equality of life ensures, it's correct. Now ensures, after that whether we have to use preposition. No, we did not use the preposition there. Emphasis on equality of life ensures the health and happiness. There is no need of preposition. So it has to be emphasis on equality of life ensures the health and happiness of every individual. I hope it's clear to you. Question number 9. The students were awaiting for the arrival of the chief guest. See, the students were awaiting why it should come. It will be the students were waiting for. So waiting for is correct. So students were waiting for, not awaiting. Okay, so it's wrong usage here, awaiting. You will come to my party tomorrow, isn't it? No error. Now this question is very important here. And this question is on question tag. Now first of all, remember what is the sentence there. You will come to my party tomorrow. This is a sentence. And whenever we think about the question tag, we have to concentrate on, or we have to focus on what? Subject, and what comes after that? The helping verb. You will come. We have to focus on that. So if it's in positive, then it will be negative. So at first, find out the helping verb which is there. Which is the helping verb there? Will is there. So negative of will, and remember it has to be short form. So what is that? Will, we have to use the form won't. And whatever is the subject, that is what you have to use. Won't you? So what will be the question tag? Won't you? Got it? You will come to my party tomorrow. Won't you? I hope it's clear to you. Will, it's a positive, so make it a negative. And what is the negative form of will? Will not, but you have to use short form. So what will be the short form of that? Yes, it will be won't. So won't you? I hope it's clear to you. Let's go to the question number 11. Having read a number of stories about space travel, his dream now is about to visit the moon. Now here, having read a number of stories, correct, about space travel, his dream now is to visit the moon. There is no need of about. His dream now is to visit the moon. So about is not required there. So many of these questions which have come here, they are dealing with what? Prepositions. His dream now is to visit the moon. So here in C, about is not required. Let's go to the next one. The meeting adjourned abruptly by the chairman after about 3 hours of deliberation. No error. Now here about 3 hours of deliberation, it's correct. By the chairman after about 3 hours, yes, absolutely right. No problem there. The meeting was adjourned abruptly. We use passive voice there. The meeting was adjourned abruptly. We use passive voice. So here the first clause or the A part will be the meeting was adjourned abruptly. The match was called off. The match was cancelled. The meeting was adjourned. You may be familiar with these phrases or sentences. The meeting was adjourned. So the meeting was adjourned abruptly. I hope it's clear to you. Let's move on to the question number 13 now. Not one of the hundreds of striking workers were allowed to go near the factory. So not one of the hundreds. How many are there? Not one of the hundreds. So only one is there, isn't it? Now not one of striking workers, not one among those 100 striking workers were, it will not come because actual subject, it's a singular subject. Not even one of those workers was allowed. It should not be were, it should be was. So you have to find out the real subject and then what verb will agree with the singular subject. So it will be singular verb. So it has to be was allowed. I hope it's clear to you. Let's go to the next one now. If I had known this earlier, I will have helped him. Now if it's a conditional sentence. If I had known, that's a past perfect. Had known, that's a past perfect. See, if it's in past perfect, next one, it has to be in simple past. If I had known this earlier, I would have helped him. See, it's all, conditional sentence, imaginative sentence. So if clause is there, then in that case, here everything has to be, if you are using past perfect in the first clause, second clause also you should use, yes, this it has to be a imagine here. I would have helped him. It has to be in the past, but it's imaginative past. I would have helped him. Okay, let's go to the next one now. Mr. Smith was accused for murder, but the court found him not guilty and acquitted him. So acquitted him, correct. Mr. Smith was accused. So what preposition should come along with accused? It has to be accused of. So it will be Mr. Smith was accused of murder. So accused of a particular, accused of a crime. So accused of a murder. So Mr. Smith was accused of murder, but the court found him not guilty and acquitted him. And court freed him. Okay, acquitted of the charge. So here acquitted of the charge and accused of murder, accused of a crime. So here we have seen 15 sentences on spotting errors, and we have discussed the grammatical principles behind these. Yes, why it has to be used, those phrases, why those words have to be used, why those verbs forms have to be used. We have discussed about that. Now let us move on to next question, that is the question sound sentence improvement. See, we have taken up this particular question paper because there are 15 examples of spotting errors and there are 15 another examples of sentence improvement, where grammar plays very important role. So if you have got command over grammar, if you are familiar with rules of grammar, then definitely you will be able to do well in this GAT English examination. So let's go to this question now. What we have to do? We have to improve the sentence. Look at the underlined part of each sentence. Below each sentence are given three possible substitutes for the underlined part. If one of them, A, B or C, is better than the underlined part, indicate your response on the answer sheet against the corresponding letter A, B or C. If none of the substitutes improve the sentence, indicate D as your response on the answer sheet. Thus, no improvement response will be signified by the letter D. Now let's go to question number 16 now. Although India is still by far a poor country, it can become rich if its natural and human resources are fully utilized. So what is the right phrase there? What we use? Although India is still by and large, what we usually use the phrase is by and large. Although India is still by and large a poor country. So, India is still a poor country. By and large, it's a poor country. This is a right phrase, by and large. Now, let's go on to the next one here. Question number 17 here. Question number 17. The more they earn, more they spend. So, you have to find out which is appropriate here. So, you have to improve upon the sentence here. The more. If the more is there in the first clause, what will follow? Again, the more only will come. The more they earn, the more they spend. And where is that answer? It's in C. Remember, the more is there in the first clause. Again, in the second clause, what will be there? The more. Okay, I hope you have understood that. The more they earn, the more they spend. Let's go to question number 18. But in all these cases, conversion from one scale to another is easy because scales have well formulated. But in all these cases, conversion from one scale to another scale is easy because scales are well formulated. Scales are will come. Yes? What will come? Simple present tense will be there. Scales are well formulated. So it has to be scales are well formulated, not scales have. So scales are. Let's move on to the next one now, 19th one. 5 years ago on this date. So 5 years ago, what is it? It's a past tense. I am sitting, what is it? It's a present tense. Present continuous tense. I am sitting in a small Japanese car driving across Poland towards Berlin. So it was 5 years ago. 5 years ago on this date. So continuous tense will be there, but what will be there? I was sitting in a small Japanese car driving across Poland towards Berlin. Okay, let's move on to the question number 20 now. So shall we go to the question number 20? The man felled some trees, so he has cut some trees. Now he has failed. It's correct. It's not fall, fail. It's a fail, failed. So failed means cut some trees in the garden with hardly no effort at all. See the connotation. Here negative sense is used. Whenever there is a negative sense, then what should be used? Hard effort, hardly any effort, or hardly. See, hardly will not come. And what will be there? Hardly any effort. What should come there? Hardly any effort. The old man felled some trees in the garden with hardly any effort because there is a negative connotation. There is a negative sense. Therefore, we have to use hardly any effort. Okay, let's go to the next one. Now, she says she has already paid me back, but I can't remember, so I will have to take her word. See, what is the right phrase here? That is a question there. So here, so I will have to take her word here. It means I will have to take her at her word. I will have to take her at her word. That is the right phrase. What does it mean? I have to trust her. She has already paid me back, but I can't remember. But I have to trust her. And when you want to use with a meaning, trust her, which is the right phrase there? to take her at her word. So you have to remember idioms, you have to remember the phrases to take her at her words. That is the right phrase here. So let's go to the next one. The workers are hell-bent at getting what is due to them. The workers are hell-bent on getting. So hell-bent on, kept on, bent on. So the workers are hell-bent on getting what is due to them. So what is due to them? Yes? The workers are hell-bent on getting what is due to them. So A is the right answer. So let's go to next one now, 23rd. You are warned against committing the same mistake again. Committing the mistake, correct. You are warned against, yes, it's also correct. You are warned against, correct. You are warned. So answer is D, no improvement. Let's move on to question number 24. While we would like that all Indian children to go to school, we need to ponder why they do not. Ponder means what? We have to think over that. We would like that all Indian children. Now we would like all Indian children. So that is not required. We would like all Indian children to go to school. So that is not required. So right answer is C. All Indian children. Okay. Now here, due to these reasons, we are all in favor of universal compulsory education. Due to these reasons. See here, simple one. Not due to these reasons. Actually, due to we don't use at the beginning of the sentence. So what will be the right one? For these reasons, we are all in favor of universal compulsory education. Sentence improvement. We are trying to improve the sentence here. So let's move on to the question number 26 now. When it was feared that the serfs might go too far and gain their freedom from serfdom, the Protestant leaders joined the princes at crushing them. So what will be the right one? So when it was feared that in French Revolution, the serfs might go too far and gain their freedom from serfdom, the Protestant leaders joined the princes in crushing them. In crushing. So that's why B will be the right one. So question number 27. In India today, many of our intellectuals still talk in terms of the French Revolution and the rights of man, not appreciating that much has happened since then. So what is the right answer here? In India today, many of our intellectuals still talk in terms of the French Revolution and the rights of man, not appreciating that. No, not appreciating that. What is the right answer? So much had happened. So what will be there? Not appreciating that much had happened. Because it is in the past. Since then, since what? Since the French Revolution, much had not happened. So much had not appreciating that much had happened since then. Okay. So that's why let's go to next 28th. Taxpayers are to be conscious of their privileges. Taxpayers have to be conscious of their privileges. Taxpayers have to be, it's a mandatory, it's a compulsory. They have to be conscious. So if it's a mandatory, when we want to use must, so have to also has got the meaning as must has. So therefore, taxpayers have to be conscious of their privileges. Let's move on to 29th. I would have waited for you at the station if I knew that you would come. You would come. So you would come is there, then what will come? Remember, it's a simple past. So you would come, and it's a conditional sentence. If I had known that. So what is the right thing? If I had known. So A is the right thing. So if I had known that you would come, yes, I hope it's clear to you. I would have waited. I would have waited. Okay, I would have waited. Imaginative tense. Here, it's a imaginative sense, and here past tense and imaginative sense. So let's move on to the last question for today, because we have seen nearly 15 questions of spotting the errors and 15 questions of sentence improvement, and here is the last question on sentence improvement. No one could explain how a calm and balanced person like him could penetrate such a mindless act on his friends. So what he has done now? No one could explain how a calm person, a balanced person would commit such an act, a mindless act, not penetrate. You penetrate into something, so not penetrate. So here something has been committed, mindless act has been committed. Yes, on his friends. So what has happened? Crime has been committed. So here what is the right thing? Perpetuate, perpetrate, precipitate, and no improvement. So what is it? Perpetrate. So commit with that meaning. The right word will be perpetrate. Yes, what will be the right answer? Yes, just think over that. The right answer will be, yes, perpetrate. And what does perpetrate means? Perpetrate means to commit. So we'll stop here with this, the last one, that is 30th one. And yes, in the next session we'll see some more questions and we'll continue with this question paper. Thank you. Goodbye.